be able to close out a game like that at the free throw line. And, we had a hard time at times finishing possessions with rebounds. I thought we did some really good things. They're hard to guard, and they put a lot of pressure on you in a lot of different ways. But I thought we had great contributions up and down the lineup, and obviously, like I said, to be able to step to the line down the stretch and handle the pressure and finish it out at the free throw line was good for this team and a step in the right direction. Questions?
JR, over there, right?
Coach, I had you guys about 50% just south of that from three-point line until about after Ford hit that last one, but he hit last 1 for 8 down the stretch. What stopped working from three-point range for you guys in the last 10 minutes of the game?
The ball didn't go in. There were a couple that we took for sure, and I'll have to go through the film, but were not high-quality threes that we had taken before. So, and I thought we had gone away from touching the post at times. We were in the bonus. We needed to do a better job of that. We talked about that in one of the timeouts. And I think obviously we were able to do that a little bit better down the stretch. I thought Trice did some good things of getting to the rim. And then we had big offensive rebounds. Ford, Pritzel, and Davison, all that big ones that extended possessions, or we got to the free throw line because of it. But some of that 1 for 8 down the stretch is the quality of the shot that we took at the time.
Jim?
Greg, knowing how your team shoots free throws, calm's probably not the right word, but does that make the final minute less stressful, just knowing that you have 5 guys out there that can knock them down?
You still have to go make them. I mean, regardless of what their numbers or what their past tells you or what you see in practice, we can't, put 17,000 and, replicate or duplicate the game pressure. So you have to be able to do it in the moment. But yeah, I mean, they did a heck of a job. I don't know if any of them hit the rim. So they did a good job of handling the pressure too, after we were trying to make sure that we didn't give up threes in that last 40 seconds or so. But then once they did score, I thought we did a good job of not panicking, getting the ball in, and obviously getting it to everybody. Took turns making free throws, so that was good.
Jesse?
Greg, your team's won 3 in a row now, 4 or 5. What do you think this group's doing well at this point to put itself in a position to maybe make a run here the last few weeks?
Well, I think we've continually gotten better. I think we're playing together, and I've talked about that before. Just the unification, the togetherness of this group has allowed them to, we always talk about this, the whole being greater than the sum of the parts, and that we've had different guys. I mean, Aleem Ford is playing some of his best basketball. Up and down the lineup, like I said, we've had great contributions, and they don't care who does it. They're very unselfish from that standpoint, as long as our team has success. And we're still learning. We got a lot of things we can get better at, but I like the togetherness. That's been the thing that's allowed us to surge here a little bit, I think.
George and Becky?
Coach, what have you seen from Aleem throughout this stretch, especially tonight to put the Nebraska game behind him and come out and score a career high and shoot how he did as well?
Just confidence. I think and confidence can be portrayed in a lot of ways. I thought even though he didn't score much at Nebraska, he was aggressive, he was confident, 10 rebounds. That was key on Saturday in Lincoln, but tonight, obviously he did both. He rebounded and scored and did some decent things defensively, but the biggest thing is confidence, and that's for any player. And it's hard for a coach to give it to them. They have to really find it themselves. You can kind of point them in the right direction, but he stayed persistent, and the coaching staff has done a good job of staying after him and encouraging him to be aggressive, and because he doesn't come by it by nature. That's not quite his personality, so you're trying to pull that out of him, and when he shows it, obviously you have nights like tonight.
Anything, Tom?
Greg, historically, under you involved, this program has really hit its stride in February. Are you seeing some of that? And was it maybe a little more difficult this year with, you've had a little lack of roster continuity?
Well, I think you always try to get better as the year goes on, and that's maybe things that we didn't quite understand or figure out or were good enough in November and December, and you get into January and then into February, hopefully you should be hopefully crescendoing up and then starting to play your best basketball and your most complete basketball later in the season. So I don't know if it's any specific, I don't have any magic wand or recipe, and it's the players that are doing it and that are, like I said, are buying in and figuring out, just becoming more and more comfortable with each other, which you would hope happens as the season goes on. They understand everybody's strengths and weaknesses, and they understand what the team needs at a certain moment, and they're willing to give that